conversation with the officials, and they said this closure is mainly because of people not adhering to the rules and regulations issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. As well as we had Dr. Prakash from the Ministry of Health in one of the Fighting COVID episodes, and he said that since the middle of the January, the number of cases of coronavirus in the country have started increasing again. And because to actually curb the spread of this infection, and now you all know there is also this new variant that is making headlines across the globe, to curb the spread of coronavirus and the possible new variant, the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health has decided for the commercial closure so that, people are not gathering in... Okay, so we have Lieutenant Saeed back with us now. Let's see where we left with him, what he had to say. Thank you for Lieutenant Saeed for joining us.
Thank you so much. Sorry for the disconnection.
No problem. I just gave a little summary about what this closure is about and, when it started and when it's going to end. So you were saying something, please.
I was saying that the ROP reformed its effort to ensure the efficiency of applying this decision and prepared its potential capabilities by spreading the patrols in the capital city of Muscat and the rest of the governorate. So the ROP patrols will monitor the general statute during the lockdown, and will see and cover all the areas and all the wilayats to make sure that this decision implementation is going in force correctly. So the ROP, as I said, will monitor the general statute during the lockdown period of the commercial activities and ensure that shops, restaurants, and other relevant activities are following the guidelines. The only exception will be for the petrol station, medical institutions, and pharmacies. The rest of the activities should and must implement the Supreme Committee decision.
Right. Lieutenant, do you think that people in the Sultanate are adhering to this commercial closure rules and regulations?
To be honest, I would like to thank the general community at first, and the commercial activity community as well. Our community is now aware and has the full overview of the guidelines. They know that once they respond to the Supreme Committee decisions, they know that it's for their good. We have had serious problems. All the people's residents and civilians are applying the same decisions, and that is actually reflect how our community is aware and educated, and they know the consequence of not following the Supreme Committee decisions. But fortunately, we are lucky to have a culture and a community like that we have here.
What about the violations? What are the fines or punishments for those not violating these rules and regulations?
Well, as I mentioned before, we had received a few reports of violations because, as I said, people are aware of the consequence. There is an operation center in the ROP that received reports from different governorates and wilayat of the sultanates, and it actually deal with who violates any rule with the legal procedures or referred into the public prosecution. But fortunately, we just received a few reports because people know and follow the rules of the Supreme Committee. They know that the Supreme Committee rules are made for the best for their lives.
Talking about the fines and the punishments, there are also people who are not adhering to the quarantine rules in the country. What about those who are not, wearing the bracelet or tampering with the bracelet?
Well, let's talk about the bracelet first. To maintain a full control of COVID-19 patients, the people, residents, or either civilians who come from outside here, visitors, must wear the bracelets to be tracked, to track them through the platform of RAS application. This platform is meant to monitor two categories, as I said, the visitors proceeding institutional quarantine and personnel as well. To add more, the process is operated by downloading an application into their smartphones called Tarassut Plus and wear the bracelet, which is a prerequisite. It's a mandatory condition to enter the country. And in order to ensure the validity of the procedures and the community safety, the ROP had launched an operation center, as I mentioned before, to receive all the reports from the civilians and the residents who violates the Supreme Committee instructions. And to add one idea, the process of the bracelets works as the following. It records all the data, all the information of the patient. For example, if the patient had exceeded a certain distance, it will alert the operation center, and then the operation center will take legal procedures against the violator. But thank God, as I said, our community know the consequence and they apply and obey the rules because it's for their good.
Right. The long weekend is coming and people are already a bit disappointed because, the commercial activities are closed in the country, nothing can be done. Just to lift their spirit, do you have any advice for the public?
Well, first of all, the key success matter to overcome this pandemic is determined through the community commitment of general safety. The people commitment is a source of pride, and that what we have seen here from the civilians and the residents. And just by the way, our community will be reflected even for the next generation, because we stood together hand in hand to fight this pandemic. So I would like to thank the general community at all for their cooperation.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Said, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Madih. I'm so glad to be here and to give the information for the community.
Thank you so much. It was definitely our pleasure to have you on the show and talk to the public and clarify some of the ambiguity that one has.
Thank you so much.
It's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates coming your way from our international desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from International Desk. A new study suggests that the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine can protect people against the concerning coronavirus variant first identified in Brazil. According to CNN, blood serum samples from people who had received 2 doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine efficiently neutralized a version of the virus engineered to carry the same mutations as the variant known as the P.1. For the study published by the New England Journal of Medicine on Monday, researchers at Pfizer-BioNTech and the University of Texas Medical Branch genetically engineered the virus to create versions carrying mutations found in a range of coronavirus variants, including P.1. They tested them against blood samples taken from 15 people 2 or 4 weeks after they had received a second dose of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine as part of a clinical trial. The team found that the blood samples were able to neutralize the Brazil variant roughly, as well as it could neutralize an earlier strain of the virus from January 22. The P1 variant has mutations in common with the variant first identified in South Africa that are thought to make it more contagious and possibly able to evade immunity from vaccines, though this new study suggests the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine may still be effective. Now, Buckingham Palace on Tuesday issued a statement on behalf of the Queen, said that the royal British family is saddened to learn how people challenging the last few years have been for Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, and that allegations of racism made by the Sussexes were concerning and being taken very seriously. The whole family is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan. The issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. The statement also said that Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be much loved family members. The response comes after 36 hours after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex made a series of accusations in their first sit-down interview since stepping back from life as senior royals and moving to the US last year. Some of the claims, including allegations of racism and Meghan's admission that she felt suicidal during her first pregnancy, have the potential to deeply impact the royal family's reputation and have left a cloud of suspicion over some of its members. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan said that her life as a member of the royal family had affected her mental health and she had thoughts of self-harm, but her senior aides declined to help. Meghan also revealed that members of the British royal family expressed concern to her husband Prince Harry about the potential skin color of the couple's first child. Once again, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from a sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update, and now from a sports desk. As Barcelona prepare for a strenuous task of advancing in the Champions League, manager Ronald Koeman exuded confidence in his side, saying that nothing is impossible for the team. PSG thrashed Barcelona by 4-1 in the first leg of their Champions League match, with Kylian scoring a hat-trick. Koeman's men will have to be at their best when they face the French side in the second leg on Thursday. Now, Goal.com quoted Koeman as saying that nothing is impossible. We believe in ourselves. We know that at Barca, you have to win, and we are going to show this mentality that we have been demonstrating for a long time. We must be effective in the game to have options. This is complicated. PSG are strong and aspires to win the Champions League. To have an option to come back, you must play a game very effectively. We are going to try. We always go out to win, and hopefully we can try. Now, Liverpool coach Jurgen Klopp on Tuesday ruled himself out of replacing Joachim Löw as the coach of the German national team. Klopp was immediately installed as one of the favorites to become Germany coach after Löw announced he would step down following the European champions this summer, but seeking ahead of Liverpool's Champions League return leg to RB Leipzig, which will be played in Hungary. When asked about the possibility of leaving Anfield to return to Germany, Klopp replied no. He said that, "I have 3 years left at Liverpool. That's a simple statement, a simple situation. You sign a contract and you normally try to stick to that contract. Someone else will do the job, and I'm pretty sure with the amount of really good German managers at the moment, the German FA will find a good solution." With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again next week on Sunday at 2 p.m. with more updates and latest news your way. Before we sign off, make sure that you adhere to the precautionary measures and to the commercial lockdown that is still in place until March 20th from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.